Much to the dismay of some of you more avid law of assumption fanatics, my channel has always been built on bringing a logical twist to this process of manifestation, and more specifically, the law of assumption. There are plenty of, quite frankly, amazing, but plenty of channels out there that do just speak on law of assumption from its pure spiritual aspects. Live in the end and it'll all work out. Do this and everything will happen. The universe is working for you and all that great stuff. But I found a hole in this process where people understood that on sort of an intellectual level, but didn't really know how to apply it on a practical one. And that's why my channel has always been, here's the esoteric side of law of assumption, boiled down to a way that scratches that logical itch. But today, I want to do something different and actually make this all about the more whimsical side of the law of assumption. So yes, of course, this will have information, this will have how to do it, as my channel always does, but I want to look at this less from a, this is why your subconscious mind does that, here's where the alpha states of the brainwave lengths come in, here's this and here's that, all the practical stuff that I talk about. Because your desire, featuring my creaky floors, Katie's apparently having a disco upstairs, I do apologize, but your desire, the second you decide it is yours, it is yours. The reason being, in the information space, the ether, the vortex, the void, whatever term you would like to call the space where possibilities lie, every possibility exists there. Every decision you will ever make, every outcome you will ever experience or could ever experience, every possibility of the decisions that you didn't make, every single possibility exists out there. When deciding an outcome, your inner God, I prefer to call it subconscious mind or universe, I think they scratch my little logical mind itch a little bit, but your inner God connects you to that possibility and it draws it in. And that's an instant process. The second you decide it to be so, it is an instant process. The 3D lags behind a little bit, but the second you decide it is yours, it is done. It's an instant process. Because you have connected to that outcome through consciousness, decided it is yours, and you're now drawing it towards you. The only reason why it may feel like things haven't quite gone the way that you would want is because consciousness is indiscriminate. Consciousness is indifferent to favor, meaning if you're gonna spiral, it's gonna create what those spirals are based on. It doesn't look at it and go, oh, well, they've had a tough week, maybe we'll let this slide. If that spiral makes it your dominant state, that's what you're gonna experience. So this is why it's very important to have that mental diet on lock. Because while it is instant, manifestation is done, it's yours, nothing can stop it as far as the ether is concerned, as far as the 3D is concerned, as far as the external is concerned. If you then make the decision that it's not yours through going, well, where is it? Why is it not here? When do I get it? That then could potentially trip you up. I use this example in my last video, and I don't like to reference Neville Goddard stuff too much because there's other channels out there that already do that to a huge abundance. But you can't serve two masters. And the reason being, it's instant. The second you decide something is yours, but subsequently the second you decide something is not. So if you're, playing this mental tug of war between it's mine, it's not, it's mine, it's not, it's mine, it's not, you are just constantly, dropping the ball, bringing that new thing through the ether over and over and over again. So while yes, the desire is done, the second you decide it is yours, it's done. You need to have the willingness to continue deciding it is yours each and every time it is necessary. Because if you do decide it is yours one minute and then decide it's not the next, your results may not be as abundant as you would like. And it's these lack of abundant results that probably makes you understand or feel like it is in fact not instant, which is what's helping you then stop creating it instantly, or help you not creating it instantly. Because if you were to decide right now on this video, it's done, it's mine. And never have another thought about the desire again. None, not a single, negative thought or positive. The final thought that you would have had would have been, it's done. Thus bringing it to you because that desire is instant. We talk about dominant states, we talk about impression, we talk about consistency, we talk about persistence on these channels to help drive in and drill in. You need to not basically get in your own way. Because it being instant, if you get in your own way, it's instantly now that, and vice versa. And, this constant back and forth, the two masters that were spoken about. So your manifestation, it's done. Every possibility exists out there. Every possibility. When doing the manifestation work, you are deciding your possibility and bringing it to pass. You're shifting into that reality. The version of you who has it is now experiencing the external where it's true. But you must stay willing to return to that place each and every time it's necessary within consciousness to ensure it shows up in reality. Because we can dwell in consciousness all we want, but if we're going to then just get in our own way by panicking, doubting, spiraling, and so on, then we may never experience it in 3D reality. Not because it's not possible, but because we haven't committed to the decision that it is done long enough for it to actually physically project. Again, apologies for my creaky floors. So, all this is to essentially say, you need not think that it isn't possible. You need not doubt the possibility of it. You need not spiral. You need not get concerned. You need not worry about time and how long it's been. What you need to concern yourself with is, have you made the decision that it is yours? And are you committing to that decision? And when I say committing to that decision, I mean the work of being that version who already has it. Because many of you have made a commitment to the desired outcome, as in, yes, I want this outcome, but then not the commitment to stop the spirals that have you dwelling in states of not having it. Stop the doubts, stop the fears, stop the yada, yada, yada. Now I understand full-heartedly, it is not the easiest thing, which is why my channel is built upon here's practical self-regulation. Here's information to help scratch that logical mind itch. Here's all of these things tailored to help it make it as easy as possible. But if we're tearing all that away for the moment and just speaking purely from a law of assumption perspective, it's yours. All you need to do is be willing to accept that it is yours and turn away from anything in the 3D that states otherwise until that desire materializes. Well, just full stop really, because internal world creates external world, so you want to commit to it internally anyway. But I know you guys are here wanting that physical result, so I will touch on it. You just need to simply commit to the decision of it is done, which will thus bring it into your physical reality. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. The term that's coming to mind here, just as like a very brief side point, is Delulu is the Salulu. I've seen people post that in comment sections and on TikTok and such things. Not the kind of thing that I would personally say, but hey, some of you might find that helpful. And I do agree that an element of delusion is absolutely necessary, but it's only delusional until it works, by which point it's a process that can be replicated. But thank you very much for being here with me today. I really hope you've enjoyed. If you have, drop me a like and a comment to let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to click that bell icon. And if you need any one-to-one help to overcome the guesswork of YouTube and trying to piece together these generalized videos, and you want me to actually help tailor it specifically to your situation, I do have emails, video calls, and phone calls available. If you don't want one-to-one help, but you want more from me, I have memberships where you can get over 100 exclusive videos, not seen anywhere else, only for members. Free products, free discounts on every other product that isn't free. And on the bigger tier, me affirming for you for 3 days a month, as well as a 10-minute call with me each month. And if you want more than that, you want more in-depth, like get your teeth into, I have the 3 courses available, the SP course, the SC course, and the anxiety course. And if you want all of that and more, there is the Academy available where my members are kicking ass right now. So go and check that out. It's on my website linked below. But for now, I'll catch you lovely people in the next one. Remember, live in the moment to make today as good as it can be, but be sure to live in the end to make tomorrow what you want it to be. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.